Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sport Compact Fun. I'm Eric, and today we're going to do a little bit of maintenance on the CRX. This one is a little bit more CRX specific, but the principle applies to everybody's car. One thing that I wanted to definitely do once I bought this vehicle was do routine maintenance on it. And one of the most basic and really important pieces of maintenance that you can do on your car is change the air filter. Now, a lot of people would automatically install a high flow intake, and there are some benefits to using the intakes, the short ram and cold air intakes, but there are some disadvantages as well. So haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with my intake at the moment, so all I'm going to do now is make sure that it's running really well, and then later in another episode we'll talk about some of the benefits and some of the negatives of running a short ram intake, which I may or may not do. So all you're going to need for this change out, it doesn't really matter what car you have, but the main thing you're going to need is you're going to need a new air filter. So definitely get an air filter. You can use the K&N if you want. They have their pros and cons. I use a K&N on my 4Runner, but in this one I'm just going with the paper baffle filters. And if you have certain kinds of cars, all you'll have to do is undo pressure clips, pull this up, change it, put it down. And on this one, all you'll need is a 10mm socket. And with a 10mm socket, you'll be able to do everything that you need to. So we're going to get into it. So like I said, this is a pretty simple job to do. You just use your 10mm socket on this particular air box, but whatever socket you need or the clips that are on there, you take the top off. You take the dirty old air filter out. If you find any trash inside your air box, you'd want to remove that as well if there's any limbs or leaves or anything like that. And then of course you just make sure that your new air filter fits in there the way it should. Be careful. Sometimes I have been given from the auto parts store an air filter that doesn't belong to my car and it doesn't fit right. So you want to make sure it fits right. Then you put it in place where it goes. You just put the lid back on it, and then all you have to do is get your tools back together and start putting the box back down. Put the lid down, make sure it's all tightened up, and then you're good to go. While this doesn't seem like much of a deal, you would be surprised at the performance increase you'll feel in your car, actually feel, by changing your air filter out for a new one from an old one. Alright, so there you go. It's as simple as that. You just, on this vehicle, undo the 4 bolts that are here. Now, the good thing about these bolts that I didn't mention in the video is that these bolts are actually fitted and pressed into the top of the air filter box, which means that they don't come out easily. I never take that for granted because at some point, especially with a 26-year-old car, they can break and you can lose them. But typically, they are fitted in there so they don't come all the way out. Don't try to pull them all the way out. Just make sure that they're disconnected from the nut below, and then remove the top, and then put the filter in and put it back on, and you should be good to go. So I hope that this episode was beneficial for you guys. Don't forget to definitely check out everything else that I'm doing with the Sport Compact Fun videos. And I hope that you are liking some of the information I'm giving up. And I promise mods and things will be coming in the future, and more about driving this car will be coming in the future, and that kind of stuff as well. So until then, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up for the video. Comment if you'd like, share the video, and then right here you can see more Sport Compact Fun videos. Right here you can subscribe, and down below you'll be able to look at some of the off-road independence videos if you're interested. So thanks again, guys. Talk to you later.